CARTS arts is through, you won't be mending. Lead with his heart, no one dare tell him he can't react, because CARTS has your back. No one dare tell him he can't react. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because CARTS has your back.
Okay. All right. All right then. Good. Holy hell. Let me repeat everything I just said. Maniacs, welcome back to the channel, your local bedhead here. So I figured it's been a while since we've actually just sat down and talked. Let me go ahead and go through the names again for everybody who's already hopped on in here. Heart Mode Horror, welcome to the live stream. Glad you could be here. Antonis, Shane, Tom H, Miss Death Switch. Shane, I just repeated your name again. That's okay. Ghost Cat, Bernally, Penguin, Moonsong, Sir Pump, Ray Luge, welcome. Hey Jess, how you doing? Evangeline, thank you so much for making it. Glad you could be here. All right, who's all into the house? Nikki, I just saw Nikki's name. Thank you so much for making it. Negan, thank you. Sal, thank you for making it. Sammy, hey, pleasure. What's the best way to get in touch with you? I sent a message to you on Instagram. I mean, Instagram's a pretty good place to get my attention. I will say, sometimes I don't get to the messages. I get a lot of messages, so sometimes I just don't get to everybody's, unfortunately. And I try to reply as many as I can, but sometimes it gets a little bit combobbled, I guess is the right word that I can use. I'm not really sure, but I'd say Instagram's probably the best place. I'll go over there and look as soon as possible. Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for making it. Hey, Candy, how are you doing? How you doing? How long have we been doing this live stream for? About probably relatively a little bit under 5 minutes, I suppose. Actually, around 5 minutes is how long I've been live, and I've already messed up. Hey, Jessica, welcome. Kayleen, how are you guys doing today? By the way, hit the like button if you guys are just hopping on in here. These videos do very well, but a lot of people forget to hit that like button. Guys, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, of course, and if you're new around here, if you have not, double check, because, yeah, a lot of people might be surprised on that you're not subscribed. You might be surprised, so go down below, make sure, because it does that sometimes. I've been very, very busy lately. This has been a busy month, stressful month for me. So, and last month too, absolutely. Ha 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 ha. I'm gonna read your name as best as I can. Ha ha ha. It is me. Sokka did gore, whatever it. I'm gonna call you ha ha ha. Welcome. Hey Tim, how you doing, mate? Welcome. Hit the like button and hit that ding-a-ling. Andrew started that, by the way. Hit the ding-a-ling thing. He started that shit. Already did. Good. Hope you're doing well. All right, guys. Whatever you want to talk about, we can talk about. If you have any questions about the upcoming collaboration or whatever have you, let me know. I answer all questions. I talk to you guys pretty much. I mean, this helps me. I genuinely enjoy chatting it up. So if you guys have any questions or anything that you want to know, because I don't think you guys have seen me for a little bit. I think it's been a few since you guys have seen me live like this. We're not gaming or nothing. So, will I see Predator Badlands? To be frankly blunt, upcoming movies I have not been really on my mind lately. There's a couple actually. I gotta be honest. There's a couple that I'm really genuinely wanting to see. I do have several bought that I plan on doing reactions for Patreon. I have The Conjuring: Last Rites, and I have The Monkey, and another one. There's another one that I got. I got to do that. I just got done watching your reaction to Molly's Instagram post when I got the live notification. Oh well, thank you so much. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of comments about those kind of videos, which is fine. I mean, be frankly blunt, I get negative comments pretty much about anything I do by some people, which is fine. That's one of the reasons why you kind of just have to just go with it and just accept that not everybody's going to like the certain things that you do and certain things that you say, but I refuse to kind of be ruled by those kind of opinions. I don't want to feel like I should keep my mouth shut on certain things because people just genuinely don't like to hear it. It is what it is. I just refuse at this point to let it kind of weigh down on me. Peak had an update today. There's a new biome. Andrew is going to love hearing that. Hart probably loved hearing that. Miss Death Switch just dropped a banger bombshell. Hey, Zombie J, welcome to the live stream. Do you ever interview... oh, by the way, I'm going to go back up a little bit. Sorry. Predator Badlands, though. I mean, I'm curious to see it. I heard some pretty good things about it, so there's that. Sorry, I feel like my hair's all fucked up. When don't I feel that way? Hey, you. So glad to see that you're alive. When is the collab with Elton? If I can make it up to the location, it is going to be on the 18th. I said at one point it was going to be on the 15th. No, I messed up. It's on the 18th of this month. So, yeah. I can't say where, but yeah. Daz, what's up? Hey, Pomp, do you ever interview with people that have a new horror TV show? Do you ever? If so, someone you should talk with. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, I've never interviewed anybody before. I mean, maybe I have. I have talked to several people, but never about like shows that are coming out. That's pretty interesting to say the least, for sure. But I've never interviewed anybody, so that would be like a first. I wouldn't even know what to ask, to be honest. Elton collab, Pog, Diane Ladd, mother of Laura Dern, an ex-wife Bruce Dern. Yeah, I saw that. Awesome. I really hope you can make it to the collab. I hope so too. I'm really excited and enthusiastic about it. And I know there are people online, and it's not really content creators. Content creators, so far, every content creator I have talked to, they're happy for me. You know, they've been honest. They're like, we're not huge fans of Elton, and that's fine. Nobody ever, had to be, by law, fans of Elton. And nobody certainly ever has to be a fan of me. But I will say that even knowing, there are people who genuinely aren't fans, for the most part, all the people who said they're not fans of Elton, but they're genuinely excited that I'm going to be doing something. So I mean, there is a lot of positivity through that conversation alone. I think it's good that people who have different mindsets are doing investigations or ghost hunts together, going out and having fun. I like to see, I love to hear that Side Eye guy got to do something with a bigger channel, and I do have a lot of I do have a lot of respect for Colin. At the end of the day, for even wanting to do something like that with somebody like Side Eye Guy. So, I mean, I show a lot of admiration to stuff like that. I think it's fantastic. And the reality is, I'm a growing content creator. I do want to get myself out there more. I want more experience. I want more practice. I want to see how other channels operate behind the camera. And I feel like at the end of the day, if I just didn't do it, I feel like it would have been a wasted opportunity. And I don't want to ever look back on something and say, I really should have done that. I really don't want to ever have to do that. And that is exactly what I would have done if, let's say, I gave under the pressures of people who just don't want to see me do that. And I don't you gotta keep in mind too. It's like I respect everybody's opinions. I absolutely do. I have a lot of respect towards how people feel about certain things. But the risk of being a content creator and the risk of somebody who gives his thoughts and opinions is that once certain people see you a certain way, they never want to see you in any other way. So they never want to see me. Fucking hell. Okay, I feel like I fixed my hair. Anyways, but I feel like there are people who genuinely, no matter what you do, no matter how much you try to strive, no matter how much you really, you got people who just genuinely cannot see you in any other light. So for them, they will look at you and say, I can't believe you've done this, like that meme, and completely just let you go. And that's fine, If they want to let me go simply because I decided that I wanted to try something different, then that's their problem. That's their problem. That's not my problem. I should not feel guilt about how they feel about something certain, I'm not changing who I am. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be blunt. If I do not buy a certain method, I'm going to say so. That's just how it is. That's how I am. And Elton, he's aware that I think, his pricing is expensive. He's aware that I used to not like him. He's aware of all that stuff. Ginger's aware of it. And they still wanted to invite me. And you know what? At the end of the day, I feel like that there is something cool about that. Like you can at least respect my opinion and still say, you know what, you seem like a decent person. Even Elton commented, and I understand, there are people who have issues with Elton. I'm not going to sit here and tell you whether or not you should feel or shouldn't feel that way. I get it. There are certainly things he has said that I don't agree with 100%. He has done certain things I don't agree with 100%. There's no getting around it. I'm sure I've said things that he certainly doesn't agree with. I'm sure everybody feels that way about me, and that's fine. But we have a mutual respect, I think. There's a mutual respect there to where it's like, I'm not going to fucking go after you simply because that's how you feel. If you feel that way, you're allowed to feel that way. And I will say that that's one of the things I do respect about him is that he knows how I feel about certain things and he still wanted to invite me. And that's pretty cool, in my opinion. I like seeing newer channels do investigations. It's fun to see how everyone does things differently. Exactly. Jordan, remind me of when I was at his age. Who? Me? By the way, hello, Lord Beagle. How are you doing tonight, man? I hope you're having a good one. Used to watch Elton? Did you accept the invite? Like the invite that he gave me to go to the location to investigate with him? Yes, I accepted it. Yeah. I said I will do my utmost best to make it up there. So, yeah, I absolutely accepted it. And, I hope this opens the doors, not just for, me to investigate with people like Elton, but I hope to investigate in the future with people like maybe Side Eye Guy, Beardo. I'd love to investigate with Mythos Paranormal. I'd love to actually go out and do a lot of stuff with them. That's just how I am. Yeah. But I really wanted to say something because I have been noticing the comments, and I have been noticing that some people truthfully cannot accept the fact that I could be doing this. And I want you to, for a minute, think about it in the perspective of me, somebody who's trying to get out there more, someone who wants to have the experience. You know, like, why would I turn this offer down? It's just, it would make no sense to me why I would turn this offer down. You know, I get that some people have, you know, set rules for themselves and who they would and wouldn't investigate. There are certainly people in this world I would not investigate with. I would never collaborate with. I would never go near, for sure. For sure. But, you know, I'm also somebody who is open-minded. People forget. People legitimately forget something about me. I'm not a professional debunker by any means. My ideology and my mindset leans more towards the debunker side of the community, by far. As a matter of fact, I have, attempted to debunk several videos, and I do genuinely enjoy it. But I am not like among the greats. You know, if there was a Mount Rushmore of debunkers, I'm nowhere even near the top. I'm somebody who started out as a reactor, but I do have the ideology, and I do lean more towards into that, right? So I want people to remember that too. And I've seen people, you know, make lists, you know, who are your favorite debunkers, and I'm one of them in a lot of people's minds, and I love that. I appreciate that, but I'm not somebody who has promoted myself as or who has tried to bring myself out there as a professional debunker, you know? Honestly, I found your channel due to the Elton and Corey drama, and I enjoy the variety of the content you do. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad to hear that. Let me go get a hat. I need a hat, guys, to keep my hair in one place. It's bothering the fucking hell out of me. One sec. Be right back. All right, that was bothering me. Okay. Let me get back to the comment section. Anyone giving you a hard time over that is noisy, not worth listening to. This is a great opportunity. Overnight is a really big channel. It makes so much sense to collaborate with them. And that's how I viewed it too. You know, I get it. Again, I'm not going to sit here and tell people who they should like and who they shouldn't like. If you don't like me, that's fine. If you don't like Elton, that's fine. If you don't like, you know, any content creator on this platform, that's fine. It's fine. It's just, you know, if you gotta start looking at it in my perspective too. It's not just about what you want to see come from me. It's not about what you just want to see. And because I've been noticing that so much, you know, just simply do what is best for you and your channel. And that's kind of the way I'm looking at it, Lord Beagle, is like, you know, I've been sitting here doing videos, which I love doing, reactions. I love talking to you guys, but I want to further myself. I want to be able to spread my wings a little bit and do other things. It's not just about sitting behind a camera all the time and just talking, which I do love, but I want to like really get out there. So, and I really can't think of a better way to do it than taking an opportunity like this and just seeing what happens, right? Seeing what happens. That's my thing. And it is going to be on, more than likely, if it is like, you know, uploaded and what, it's going to be on the Overnight channel, right? So like, if you don't watch Overnight to begin with, you know, you don't have to worry about it. But if you do want to I just want to see myself do something else with a channel, you know, that's, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the upcoming collaboration I have with Overnight, and just seeing, you know, people's comments and whatnot, and understanding where people are coming from. But my mind, and I was trying to explain how my mindset is right now, what I'm thinking, instead of just kind of going with what everybody else thinks I should be doing, which is not really it's just not something I would ever want to do or ever come off as. You know, I don't want to ever say who you can and can't collaborate with. I think everybody should have the opportunity to collaborate with whoever they want. You know, the more they gain viewers, the more those you're going to start catching the attention of other channels. And you know, you should have the opportunity to do that without trying to let the viewers, the audiences, try to really just pressure you in away from doing things that may benefit you or may push you further, right? So Well, that's to be honest with you, Jessica. I feel the same way in a lot of ways. In paranormal investigations, they're so hard to edit to. I mean, I can't sit down for like several hours at a time and watch paranormal investigations or ghost hunts. It's just a lot, you know. You have the right to grow haters, gonna hate, do your thing, man. And well, that's also a very true point too. Not all of them are haters, by the way. You got to keep that in mind. Not every single one of them are haters. They're actually people who genuinely have very interesting points they want to make, and very interesting points they have made about certain people, right? And maybe they just view me in a certain light than they do the other person. Maybe they view that person in more of a negative light than they do me, who they're holding up in a higher place, higher standards. And maybe that's why they're saying what they're saying, because they don't want to see that collab. They don't want to see that. They don't want to see me go out there and do that and put myself along the lines of that person. Which if they have something against that person in general, that's something that they're gonna have to deal with. But for me, I have like issues with things that have been said from Elton. But I would never they're not like to the point where I would like ever treat the guy like shit. I would never do that. So. Well, yeah, that's kind of what I'm kind of side eye guy. He collaborated with the Paranormal Files, Colin, and for the most part, I heard they had a good time. I have not watched the video yet. I have to go back through and watch the video, but for the most part, they have a good time, and they do not regret that collaboration at all, which I love to hear. That's fantastic. You and I already had our conversations on this topic, so I have nothing to say on it. Really, makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah. Yep. Hate who you want, just don't become obsessed and crazy about it. And yeah, there are people who genuinely, there are people in this world who genuinely hate. For, maybe they have their reasons, and that's fine, but they do not like whatever that person does. And they will go out of their way to make sure they just are continuously going down as much as possible. Didn't he also do something with Jason? They shouldn't hold that against you, and if they do, it's a matter of time before something you do rubs them the wrong way. I mean, to be frankly honest, though, I've rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. I have. I went from doing reactions to drama videos. That right there alone has rubbed people the wrong way. People have, said to me, you're doing it for the views, you're doing it for the attention, you're doing it for all this stuff, you're trying to insert yourself into the drama, and that's not really it at all. I mean, I genuinely tackle drama, but it's because I'm actually genuinely interested in talking about it, and people are interested in hearing what I have to say, so I do it. But I do, but that rubs a lot of people the wrong way, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm not going to sit here and tell you how you should feel, how you shouldn't and shouldn't feel about it. I completely get it. I do. But I don't want to be like, pressured, right, into doing the content people want to see from me. I want to be able to do the content I want to do and talk about things I want to talk about, right? That's kind of what I'm getting at, is that I want to be able to do all this stuff, remain who I am through the entire process, and still be able to, get out there and do more. I'm excited for what the future holds. I really am. I'm very much enthusiastic for what the future holds, and I'm definitely, I'm all for it. That's all I'll say on that. I'm all for it. Opportunity, I'm all for it. Haven't been active in paranormal community. Well, it went away from it more because I kind of stopped watching Sam McColby videos. Still watching your content, though. Well, I appreciate that, Cool Games. Hey, Tom, how you doing? Welcome. Rosie, have you seen the recent video Simply Strange uploaded about Sam McColby? What's your opinion on the situation? If you saw, I have not seen it. I have not seen that video. I don't really know what's going on. When will you react to the boys' trip of terror? To be frankly honest with you, man, Penguin, I'm in the process of editing a collaboration between both me and Andrew Stonerock. We both watched the Goatman's Bridge episode together. And that video should be out soon. It's taking a while to edit. Unfortunately, the video's audio malfunctioned. Discord fucked with it. We actually thought it was the boys' video that was causing it. We were sitting there the whole time just like, oh my God, we can barely hear anything. How could they even post this video? We said shit like this, but we really thought it was the boys' video because we hadn't had a problem with my computer yet in the audio. So I'm editing. I finished the video and I'm like, no, man, the audio hasn't even come in. And I go and check on the PC and I went to the Google Chrome audio. It's all separate audio things. So it was all the way down. And I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck happened? Discord messed with my audio settings. Yeah, in the middle of recording. So I have to go back through and edit the entire thing, add all of the audio. Man, oh man, that was a pain in the ass. It's still, I'm like maybe halfway through editing it. Exactly, you're right. Exactly, Lord Beagle. Exactly. He says you are free to do whatever content you wish. Also, it's like I have said for ages, you can't please everyone. No, you can't, and never. You should never try. You should. That's where I think a lot of content creators feel so much stress is that they're trying to please everybody, and you can't. You just there's no. It's an impossibility. So you're exactly right about that. That's very true. And it is okay to disagree. Simply just be respectful to each other's opinions and move on. And that's a brilliant way to view it. And I really hope that a lot of people see it that way. Having said that, we already know they won't, but yeah, you hope that people see it more like that. That's exactly how I feel. We've been saying again, you've been saying it for ages. I've been saying it for ages. You're right. You can't please everybody, so don't even try. You're nervous. You're nervous on the recent events between Josh and Mully. It's fair. It's fair. There's quite a bit of commotion over there. I've been posting, the recent topic, videos talking about that. It's sad to see because I genuinely love both Mully and Josh, and I always just assumed it was something that they were okay with doing. Doing the pranks, doing the crazy stunts to piss each other off. I always thought it was something that they were okay with. They've all agreed that maybe we're friends at the end of the day, but this is all for content. And I always assumed that it was fine. I didn't realize out of all the people there, Mully was going to be the one to actually make a public complaint about it. That was surprising to me, and it was obviously surprising to Josh too. People are saying it could be a publicity stunt, which I get, but the reason why I don't feel it really is anymore is because the way Josh responded today. I feel like if he had just posted the clip of the video and that's where they ended it, that would have been like, okay, that was probably a publicity stunt to get people over on the members and stuff. But the way he responded was he genuinely seemed like he was like confused. And again, when you make videos like that, like the way Mully worded everything, it made Josh sound like he was being an absolute menace behind the scenes, and which he apparently was, because people were bringing it to my attention that Josh apparently got drunk in one of these videos, and Mully was trying to sleep supposedly. I haven't seen the video because it's members, but Josh was like jumping on him and stuff, trying to lay on him, and Mully's trying to sleep, and I guess there was things like that going on. If he was drunk, he obviously is not thinking. When you're drunk, anybody's drunk, they mostly don't think. They're just trying to have fun, and again, you would just assume that all this stuff was something they would be completely cool with because that's just who they are. But I guess it really pushed Mully to a point where he actually felt like he had to publicly say something. I do agree with Josh, though. You should have just messaged him. You should have, Mully admitted himself that he had talked with Eddie and the other boys about it. If you really felt this way, you got, after you messaged maybe Eddie and all them, even then, you guys could have had, a meeting on, Discord or something and just talked about it privately. So the fact that he kind of made it more public, you can't blame Josh for publicly trying to say how he feels too. It's just a messy situation, and it sucks. You don't want to see it get any worse because that would mean that this could be a falling out. I don't know if it's going to get to that point. These guys have been friends for the longest time, and friends do fight, but at the same time, the way it's being handled, it could lead to something like that. So you just got to keep your, fingers crossed that nothing like that happens. It's unfortunate. It really is. It sucks to see. There are people who will agree, and people who won't. That's the way it is. Absolutely. I'm a member on the boys. It's giving me promo for the members video was released today. Is there any new updates on the Conjuring House? Not to my knowledge. I haven't really been paying attention to the Conjuring House all too much of recently. I've been just trying to get the boys' videos kicked out, try to get the one video that me and Andrew edited, so I haven't really been paying attention too much on the boys' not the boys, but the Conjuring House situation of lately. Personal, you can respect or agree to respect disagree with everyone and move on from there. Did the chat freeze? No, it's still good. It's still good. Hold on one second. I don't really want that light on. It's kind of giving me a migraine. No, it didn't freeze. Okay. Okay. You're good. But Yeah, Sega and Joe did an investigation with Jason Hawes. Yep. Even Side Eye Guy made a good point. There are people who genuinely think Jason Hawes is a faker. Side Eye Guys investigated with them, and there's a lot of people in the debunker community that do not believe Jason Hawes is a liar and a faker. So, when I meant debunker community, I meant like debunker content creators. There's a lot of them that do not believe Jason is a liar and a faker. So, but there are people who do, and there are people because they have collaborated with Jason Hawes and collaborated with people like Colin from Paranormal Files. That automatically means that they are guilty by association. And myself, I do not believe in that. Do I see why people might think it? Yeah, it's going to lead to that, at some point. That's just almost inevitable to avoid at that point. But I don't agree that it makes that person an automatic faker or a liar. It just because they decided to investigate with somebody. I just don't see it that way. Especially if you're staying true to who you are. I mean, the reality is, I do not believe in a lot of methods that Overnight uses. So I will not be probably walking out of the house feeling like my opinion has changed. So that's probably going to be a reality. Now, if I get mind blown, then who knows? But yeah. Watching your Josh Dub reaction video, wish you would just let the video play and then give your commentary. You're commentating on what we haven't heard yet. Just some food for thought. And I respect that. I mean, you're not the first person who's actually told me, Erica. I respect that. But that's not how I do it. I understand that there are going to be people who have issues with that. I mean, to be honest with you, I've gotten complaints from either or. Because if I don't say nothing through the video, and people have been commenting, really kind of criticizing that for a while. But if you don't comment, at least when the video's playing, and you just let it play out, you could get copyright claims for that. Not saying that I would have got a copyright claim for a small Instagram video, but I'm just saying, like, people have given me that criticism for just bigger videos in general too. But if I also just sit there just looking at the screen the entire time, it can be very boring, and that would people would click off immediately. If I'm just sitting there it's just not really and I like to engage with the audience. I like to feel like I'm talking. So I'll pause it so I don't talk over the video, and I'll give my thoughts immediately. That way it's fresh on the top of my mind too. So if he says something that I know for a fact I got to bring up, I just rather pause it and talk right there and then play it again. That way I don't really miss it and I don't forget to say it. But that's just me. That's how I do things. I understand though why it does frustrate people, but I would prefer to do it that way. Yeah. Well, exactly. Side-Eye Guy still doesn't believe in the equipment, but is still willing to investigate, but will say if it's not haunted or not. Exactly. Thank you, everybody. I'm a member on the boys. I'm giving you, let's see here. That's why I tell people to look at the original video. And that's basically, if you want to watch the video, just watch the video itself, then definitely just watch the original video. That's the best thing I can recommend. Yeah. And then again, if I'm able just to comment and do a commentary and pause it when I need to, it's just better to do it like that, because it also just doesn't risk anything. As cringe as these guys are, would you ever, if given the chance, collaborate with Twin Paranormal? To be frankly blunt with you, I don't think they would ever have an interest in collaborating with me, even if I was to do it. So, I mean, I've literally made videos kind of calling them out, in a sense, with the whole Andrew Stone Rock situation. So, personally, I probably would just not do it myself. I'm not really a huge fan on the way those guys have handled certain situations publicly and to smaller content creators. I'm not huge on that. Especially that, content creators who really never even deserve that, to have that happen to them. I really was not a fan of that. So personally, I would never want to myself. Not saying I would ever say it's an impossibility, but I probably wouldn't want to do it myself. So, yeah. Hey, Sharon, how are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Man, the chat is super slow today. By the way, thank you so much for making it. Is it Pokemon? And I don't know if I said this, by the way, but thank you so much for that $2 donation, Miss Death Switch. I really appreciate that. I'm not sure if I said that, but if I didn't, my apologies. Hope Stone Rock is doing good. He's doing pretty good. He's doing pretty good. Welcome in, everyone. Please hit that like button, subscribe. And thank you so much, Miss Death Switch. Who would be your dream collaboration? My dream collaboration, I would say right now, my dream collaboration would be to get Heart Mode Horror, Amber Dust, and Andrew Stone Rock and myself into a location that is supposedly very haunted. That would be my dream collaboration. I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. The new seg video is on Sam and Colby investigating the wrong unit number in the Smurl house. New Conjuring video, Simply Strange, did a brief rundown on the situation. Check it out when you get a sec. That's very interesting, Manic. That is very interesting. If Twin Paranormal ever asked me to do a collab with them, I would say no. Personal, be honest. Twin Paranormal, disrespectful to people who have a different nationality. Yeah, just a different opinion. I mean, again, the whole situation with Andrew, he never deserved that. He wasn't even being hateful, and they kind of weaponized it and sent their audience after him. It was a pretty rough situation. Tales Told in the Dark, how are you doing? When do y'all plan to play another game? It was actually going to be tonight. We were actually going to go live and play another game tonight, but situation turned out differently. Amber's not feeling too great, and then Andrew got very busy. So we decided that we were just going to hold off until another time. But we were going to play Dark Hours tonight. Hey, Miss Kelly, how are you doing? The next game you play, you should play the new Repo update. I still want to play Repo. Have not played it yet. Tonight, though, I'm going to be playing with Brooklyn. Yeah, I'm going to be playing with Brooklyn tonight. We're going to be playing some Phasmophobia. Not sure if we'll be doing a live stream, but we'll be playing it. Sorry for asking about Twin. I feel like I ruffled feathers. I don't know they gave. I didn't know they gave Andrew. Oh no, dude, you're fine, dude. Don't even apologize. You're completely fine. You didn't ruffle my feathers at all. I was just kind of just telling you. But it wasn't like I was mad at you or anything for asking that. You know, you're absolutely allowed to ask whoever you want. Bring up any name that you want. I'll be honest about it. Any more Grand Theft Auto with Andrew? He was actually wanting to play that tonight. Yeah, GTA was something he wanted to play tonight, actually. Yeah, we'll be probably playing more GTA. We have a lot of fun doing that. Lift Master, thank you so much for hopping on in, by the way. How many likes do we have? I have not checked the stream settings. Give me one sec. 26 likes and 50 viewers, guys. Slay that like button. Do me an honest-to-God favor. Get this video up to about 50 likes. If you have not, just go down below. Kill it. Just kill the like button. And that shows me you guys want to see more live streams like this, where we just talk. We just chat about whatever you guys want. If you just want opinions, whatever. It doesn't matter. Ask away. Those streams are really fun. I'm glad you love them. Thank you. I didn't say you love them, but I'm glad you really enjoy them. Now Halloween is over. Are you getting prepared for Christmas? Oh my God. I don't even want to think about Christmas right now. I got so much to pay off, guys. I got like a credit card I got to finish paying. I finished paying off my credit card today. And money is very scarce for me right now. So Christmas, thinking about all the gifts I'm going to be buying, because I'm that kind of person. I buy gifts. I'm just, my heart. I don't know, man. Thanksgiving, I mean, I can do with or without Thanksgiving, to be honest. I know that might sound bad. It's not one of my personal favorites. Halloween's my personal favorite holiday, so the fact that it's now over, I mean, I celebrate Halloween every single day of the year, but the fact that Halloween's officially over kills me a little bit. Absolutely kills me, just a smidge. How about you guys? You guys excited for Christmas? Someone must be messaging me right now. Halloween is a lifestyle. Yeah, it's a way of life. That's exactly right. Y'all should play Night of the Dead on one stream. That game's awesome. What's Night of the Dead? Thanksgiving and Christmas going to be rough on my family. It's because of the situation we currently live in. I'm sorry to hear that. You don't have to buy gifts. If you're creative, make gifts yourself. I'm creative, but I genuinely enjoy buying gifts. That's my problem. I like the feeling of buying gifts and then wrapping them. So I'm a sucker that way. No, not really. Christmas is racket of expense. That's kind of what it is. Yeah. Yep. Don't get me wrong. I still love Christmas. It's just thinking about it. Lucky you got the card paid off. I got a shitload to go on mine. Yeah, I'm very careful about my credit. Recently, I had to spend a little bit more than I wanted, but I'm getting it paid off, so it's all good. Well, actually, the one is paid off. I keep forgetting. Yeah, fuck. I'm a little bit out of it, guys. I know about Day of the Dead, but not Night of the Dead. Yeah, that's the first time I'm hearing about it. Sorry for being late. You can punch me later. Oh, my God. Hey, Brooklyn. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, we'll be playing fast later tonight, so I'm excited. I'm excited. You know, I guess I could have added the live chat to the screen, couldn't have I? Couldn't have I? Hold on one second. Pop out chat. Let me see if I can do this live. Why not, right? Why not? Why the heck not? Not sure if it's a... Maybe? Nope. Not that. Don't worry. Yes, this one. This one. I think. Yep. Yep. Okay. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to figure this out while live, like the professional I am. No worries. Let's see. Crop that shit. Yep. Top. Okay. Not that much. No, no. No. Nope. Nice. Close. Don't worry. That's not bad. It's not bad. But I feel like... No. No. That's not bad. Right? Does that look bad, everybody? No. Okay. Yes. Sorry for being late. Can punch me later. La la la. Hey, what's up, Kyle? Hey, everybody. 2 Kyles hopped on. It's on stream. It's on Steam. Me and some buddies played it for a bit. Nice. I'll be lurking for a bit. Got to finish mapping. What's up, Jordan? Hey, not much, Nick and Thor. How you doing, man? Come on, Jordan. You got this. I know doing stuff live is a beautiful thing. Yo, what's going on? Hey, how you doing, Hertz? How you doing? Mistechwood, I think it's fine. As a content creator, I am making videos in this style. I do very difficult and challenging, but I kill it at times. My girlfriend says that to me all the time. Miss Kelly, with my kiddo, I start saying and buying during summer, so by the time Christmas comes around, well, that's pretty smart, actually, buying in advance. I really should probably start doing that shit, honestly. BRB, neighbor's shed just went flying down the street. Well, that's intense. Yeah, you might want to might want to go help with that. Damn. Hopefully, no one gets hit by it. It's on Steam. Yeah, we are playing, by the way, Brooklyn later. Phasmophobia. We're absolutely. Good evening, Amy. How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. You know what? I just found a better spot for that. One sec. No, it might be too much. That's too much. That's way too much. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Get the flying shed. What's up, gang? Hey, roaming to Rome. Didn't get a notification, but it was on YouTube. Well, of course, YouTube wouldn't notify you. Damn. The wind is outrageous. I'm not even shocked. Hope everyone in the shed's okay. Happy gaming. Oh, nice, bro. What? Yeah, it's pretty crazy to hear that a shed's flying down the street. Good. You can punch me on Faz. I certainly will. Now, curious about flying shed. And what I mean by that is the second I see the ghost actually coming, I'm just not even going to say anything. I'm just going to run the other way. Now, curious about the flying shed. Let's see. What do we got here? What do you got? By the way, what do you think of my new screen? What do you think of this for live streams and gaming live streams? Like, do you guys prefer the game to be the entire screen, or do you prefer to have a small screen and maybe adding the live chat to the side, like you see streamers do? What would you guys prefer? Let me know. Let me die in peace. I'm not going to let you die. Who are your favorite ghost hunting YouTubers? My favorite ghost hunting YouTubers. Well, now you're being specific. Now, ghost hunting means a certain thing, and paranormal investigator means another thing. Are you meaning like ghost hunting channel, like Sam and Colby, Overnight, and all them? Is that what you're meaning? Because there's a lot of them I do like. Believe it or not, I do like ghost hunting channels. Do I agree with everything? No. But, to be frankly honest, I don't agree with everybody. There's things I find wrong and I do find right with almost everybody. So, yeah. It's just some of the ghost hunting channels do a lot more than the others. This way, chat doesn't obstruct the view on the screen. That's what I was thinking, by the way. Myosotis. That's the way I was thinking. Was I being rude? I really was not trying to be rude there. Sam and Colby's old stuff. Yeah, I do enjoy that. The occasional Sam and Colby older ghost hunting video. Not you, Jordan. Okay. I was making sure. I wasn't trying to. Now you're curious about the flying shed. Yeah, what will happen on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, right? Hey, how are you doing tonight? Thank you so much for hopping on in. And by the way, can I just say thank you to everybody who's a member? I have just been seeing, even people that I actually don't see too often on my live streams are members. That's fucking phenomenal. Yep, I did too. I grew up watching Taps. Yep. Black Phone 2 reaction. Potentially at some point, yes, because I remember I reacted to the Black Phone. Guys, I'll tell you right now, if we get more channel members, like monthly subscriptions to this channel, I will do my utmost best to upload more movie reactions. The reason why you have not been seeing movie reactions, just on YouTube in general, was because the editing process was a lot. Now, for the full reactions, I don't have to do any editing, so I can do those much more often. But I do want to get back into doing movie reactions, but I got to be able to hire an editor. There's no way with my nerve damage in my arms. There's no way I can sit down and edit those. But if I'm getting enough money to, maintain monthly, then I can use a lot of that money for editors. So if you guys want to see like movie reactions come back, that's probably the best way it's going to happen, because I can't risk my arms editing those anymore. I was like for almost a full year doing nothing but editing movie reactions, if not longer than that. It's fine. Nick and Thor, the nerve damage is fine, but lately, I'll be honest. I mean, and by the way, I'm always honest. I don't know why I say that so much. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I just one of those things I can't help. But I feel it quite a bit. And whether it's like at work and even rolling my sleeves up for a good period of time will cause my arms to really hurt. So, yeah, it's still there. It's not as bad as it used to be, but I'm genuinely terrified to edit for long periods of time. You got the membership for your ghost. What's your ghost's name, by the way? I call them your little attachments. Consider supporting CARTS by coming. Oh, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. And if you go down below, guys, and you go to the dollar bill down there, I'm pretty sure if you press that, it gives you the option to become a member too. So if you guys are aiming to become members to this channel and support the content that way, then that is another way you can do it too. 13 to 14 months of knowing you. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, we've known each other for over a year now. Yep. In case you haven't heard, Jordan has a podcast with Andrew Stone. Well, thank you so much, Miss Deathswitch. I love to hear it. I'm still in the process of editing the next episode. I haven't got it out there yet. I feel so bad about that. But I gotta get to that at some point. Oh man, I feel like I've been slacking just a little bit. I'm stressed out, guys. This has been a stressful month for me so far, so I've been trying to not overdo it. And there's a lot of stuff I got to finish editing. Got to finish mine and Andrew's collaboration video. First ever time reacting to it like an investigation or a ghost hunt together. That was a lot of fun. It's a long video, guys. So if you guys like the commentary stuff, be ready. Because we literally turn one of the boys' ghost hunting videos into almost a 4-hour video. Yeah, there's a lot of pausing. There's a lot of talking. There's a lot of debunking. But we had fun. And if that content's for you, you're going to enjoy it, I hope. I don't think it's arthritis. It genuinely is nerve damage. I actually do have, like, nerve damage in my arms. I had to go to the hospital it was probably about 2 years ago, actually, when I had to go to the hospital for that. I'll try not to distract you too much, but I can't help it. You're so damn adorable. Well, thank you so fucking much. I'm going to start blushing because of that. Damn. Do you think it's Stretch is my ghost's name? I love the fact that you named your ghost Stretch. Hey, bro, just popping on in. Hey, Lou, how have you been? I've been good. Thank you for asking. We love you, bro. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Much love to you guys, too. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I did. I did see that, that he uploaded a video with for our elementary school. Yep, I did see that. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched an overnight video in a while. I got to get back into it at some point. But very, very cool. I suffer from nerve damage my whole right arm and hand. It hurts. It really hurts. I mean, there was a while where it was getting so bad for me that when I would be in the shower washing my hair under like some hot water, these fingers down here, right, my ring and my pinky, you couldn't feel them at all under hot water. So like it felt like I was washing my hair with 3 fingers. It was that bad. It really, yeah, it was scary for a while. I will say I've enjoyed the live gaming you have been doing. Give me someone else other than Markiplier and Eddie VR to watch. The fact that you even put me up there with those fucking titans means a lot. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the gaming live streams. We really hope that those videos start doing a lot better because we genuinely enjoy gaming live. We're not doing Twitch, by the way. People might be like, you guys should game on Twitch. We're not doing Twitch. After the recent events of what's been happening over on Twitch, fuck that. Staying clear away from that platform. You're right about that, Kyle. No one does. Can't wait. When actually you mention it now, like my dream collaborations, I will say to add like Hart, Andrew, Amber Dust into an investigation, if we add Brooklyn in there, that would be the perfect collaboration right there. We would have so much fun doing that. We'd get like a big place too, like Waverly Hills would be great. Waverly Hills would be awesome. What happened on Twitch? Where do I even begin? So last month, maybe a little bit less than a month ago, there was a situation that happened with a streamer. And in the situation that happened with the streamer, she was assaulted at one of these Twitch events. And basically, they said it was her fault that it happened. Like the guy who runs Twitch said that. I'm not sure if it was the guy who runs Twitch, but somebody along those lines who works for Twitch said something along those lines. And like, I'm pretty sure she's pressing charges against both like Twitch and the guy who assaulted her. I can't remember who the name was, but TwitchCon. It was at TwitchCon, yeah, this year. Horrible thing. And I was going to make videos on it. I really was. I was actually going to make videos on it. And for some reason, I just got sidetracked and I made videos on something else. but I was going to make video. I might still do it, actually, because I really wanted to give my thoughts and opinions. It's no longer relative now. I mean, it was about a month ago, but that shit pissed me off so fucking bad. Oh, my God. Me and Andrew were talking about it, and, oh, man, we were just so... Emaru, thank you. The situation that happened with her made me so fucking furious. Yeah, no, screw that, man. I'll never support Twitch for that shit. I thought a lot about doing Twitch at some point, but after what happened, not so much anymore. Yeah, Twitch is, in my opinion, should be whatever. I just can't. I can't with that platform. Yeah. That was a whole situation. Did you see that Elton is asking for donations of haunted objects for the museum and a show? That's pretty interesting. He can't have Jasper up here, though. I got to take him to more locations before I can just hand him off. That's one of my things for my channel I'm going to be doing, is taking Jasper, no matter where I go, every location, and just leave him there and see if anything wants to attach itself to him. I'm going to try to make him the world's most haunted doll. Really haunted doll. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Yeah, they did. And it was just a whole thing. They also threw away handmade gifts for the streamers. That's just fucked up. I know, Mousy. So my house. Sure. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Whale of the Deep? How are you doing tonight? Guys, I need more water. Please, keep yourselves entertained. Talk amongst yourselves for just a few minutes, and I will be right back. But I need water because my throat's already getting dry, and I try to read everybody's comments. And I'll tell you right now, it's exhausting after a while. So let me go grab some water really quick.
After CARTS arts is through, you won't be mending. Lead with his heart, no one dare tell him he can't react. Because CARTS has your back. No one dare tell him he can't react. Yeah. Because CARTS has your back.
Okay, all right. I am back. Doing good. Jasper is literally the face of the channel. He's pretty much become that, yeah. Yeah, love Jasper. Love that dude. Man, I needed that. Water break. Oh, yeah, you gotta have one. Especially when you try to catch everybody's comments, you need to have some refreshments handy. Welcome back. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Maybe at some point, guys, I saw someone mention it earlier. At some point, I will try to get back to the live reactions where people can, like, request a video live, and I will watch it, depending on the length of it, of course, because I don't want to be sitting here for, like, 10 hours watching people's 3-hour videos. Which songs do you like better? The one during streams or the regular videos? The one during the streams or the regular videos? What you mean? Hey, Reed Coles, how are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. It's always fun seeing, like, people who have been with my channel for, like, 3 years now coming to the live streams. I really do love it. I love seeing the familiar faces. Because without them, this channel would not be where it's at right now. Hello. I get you. I get what you mean now. You like the live stream one that's faster? It is the same song, yeah, but it's just kind of sung differently. Yeah, same song. What's up? Used to be different, though. Doing all right. Had fun. October, watched some horror movies. Haven't seen and had a fun Halloween. Counting down the weeks till Disneyland trip, too. That's freaking awesome. Congratulations. Hope you have fun at Disneyland. Never been there. Never been there. Only have watched content creators go to Disneyland. Adam the Woo is the big one I watch. Whenever he does videos like Universal Studios or Disneyland, I'm always eating that stuff up. I love his content. That would be another dream collaboration. Adam the Woo would be absolutely somebody I would love to collaborate with. I've never been to Disneyland. No, I've never been to Universal Studios. I've never been to those places. Universal is superior. I feel like I would have more fun at Universal personally because I'm such a movie buff, guys. I love film. I love Jaws. I love Jurassic Park. I love The Mummy. I love How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So that I would enjoy that around this time of year where The Grinch is coming out. I love Harry Potter. I mean, the Nintendo World. You can't even forget that Nintendo World. Love all that stuff. Hope so too. Been to Disney World in 2014, so this will be fun. As if you don't lurk. Yeah. That's actually a good question to ask. I'm going to go ahead and ask that a poll because I'm curious to know. Which would you rather vacation at, right? Disney World dash Disneyland Universal Studios. Okay. I'm just curious. It already looks like, oh my God, it already looks like Universal's already freaking kicking ass. Holy shit. Oh, wow. Wow. My mom went to Universal Studios. I actually found the pictures recently. Didn't find the one I was looking for, though. Didn't find the one I was looking for. But when she went to Universal Studios as a kid, she actually met the little girl, supposedly, met the little girl that played Carol Ann in the original Poltergeist movie, who unfortunately passed away at a very young age. Yeah, she got to swim with her in the swimming pool at Universal Studios. So I thought that was a really, really neat story. And she has no reason to lie about that. So once I find the photo and everything, I will absolutely post it as soon as possible. Yes, Heather O'Rourke. Yep. Yep. Maybe plan a group event. I would love to. I seriously, I mean this when I say this full-heartedly. Once this channel hits new heights, I'm definitely going to be making plans in the future to do some things with my group of friends that I've made on this platform. So, Andrew Stonerock, Heart Mode Horror, Amber Dust, Brooklyn. I mean, I genuinely will be bringing all of them to do something at some point, and we're all going to hopefully have fun doing it and make a very entertaining series or video. Can we do peak but polls decide your fate? What? Like, where should we go kind of thing? That might take forever, though. Like, for every time we climb up something, we have to ask the audiences, where should we go next? If that's what you mean. I've been to Disney World and Land and Universal Hollywood. I liked studios more, but Disney World, depending on the park, was a close second. I feel like, here's the thing. I feel like Disney would be more nostalgic for me. Yeah, like I've seen a lot of movies from Universal Studios that are very nostalgic to my life, but Disney is a different beast entirely. To be surrounded by those kind of characters, I just feel like would be completely insane. Like it just would feel so different. You know, Alice in Wonderland, the original movies, by the way. Alice in Wonderland, Beauty and the Beast. My favorite Disney classic film is Beauty and the Beast. I don't know. It just the music, the look, the style. It's just so it's so magical. No, no. Disney is mainly for kids. I get that. I do. Disney is genuinely aimed for children. It's animated, but man, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're an adult who watches Disney, the more respect to you because those movies have fucking good messages that I think can relate to you, like really hit you no matter how old you are. You know what I mean? So I mean, I genuinely love all the Disney films. I really do. Well, not all of them. There's some in there that I'm just like, yeah, stay the hell away from me. But I think Universal Studios. I genuinely I like more that they celebrate over there than I do just Disney. You know, Nintendo, which is also from my childhood, which you could argue that Nintendo's for kids. You know, Mario, Donkey Kong, all of that stuff. You could argue that that's for kids more than adults, but we all love Nintendo, and there's no way in hell I would never like nerd out seeing Mario, right? You like Toy Story? Nothing wrong with that. Toy Story is a pretty solid film. Not the biggest fan of Toy Story. I thought it was overrated a little bit. I always thought Toy Story was overrated. Like people lose their minds. Toy Story 3 is a fucking masterpiece. It was fine. I'm just not a big Toy Story fan. I just it's just not one that, you know, stuck with me as a kid. The ones that stuck with me from childhood are Beauty and the Beast. Um, Believe it or not, Fun and Fancy Free. How many here have seen Fun and Fancy Free from Disney? Like with the giant, Jack and the Beanstalk, Mortimer Snurt and Charlie McCarthy, Bongo the bear. Love to hate Gaston. He's kind of one of those characters. Yeah, you can definitely love to hate him. Love animated Disney. The live action remakes fell off hard. Yeah. I actually showed Andrew. We were on a Discord call, and I showed him the scene. He hadn't seen the remake of Lion King, and I showed him the scene from the Lion King remake, and I compared it to the original animated one. Man, wow. I don't know how till this day they fucked up that bad with that, but they did. I have not seen Christopher Robin. Gaston is he's an enjoyable villain. He is such a douche. I don't wish to enter the United States right now. You should have a third option for your poll. Well, I mean, not really sure what else to add. Like other theme parks and whatnot. At least I can't think of any on top of my mind. Oh, it was a fabric tent. Okay, well that's at least less threatening than like thinking an actual shed flew down the street. I get it. Austin, I get it. You don't get the hype behind Lilo and Stitch. Anyone agree? Yeah. I like Lilo and Stitch, but it's not a game changer by any means, but there are people who genuinely love Stitch and Lilo. So, I mean, the movie itself is fine. It's not like a groundbreaking, flick. It's just fine. I have yet to watch the live action. To be honest with you, actually, the live action came out, and I have yet to see, like, any reviews on it. Like, nobody talked about it. Like, they were all hyped to see it and everything, but once the movie came out, nobody talked about it. It's kind of mid, not the worst. I don't have a favorite movie was Dumbo and Alice in Wonderland. Nice. So, Dumbo's not one that gets mentioned too often. Okay. Love the original, but the ending of the remake sucked ass. Yeah. Love Cars, Nightmare Before Christmas, and Pirates. Nightmare Before Christmas. My dad loves Cars. The first Cars movie, loves it. Anytime it's on, he just slips it right on. Disney is silencing the bad critics. Right. I don't know. It's just everything that they had special. Everything special about Disney just started to go down the drain. You know, it just started going down the drain. But Disney from like the early 2000s and before, peak Disney. Not saying Disney hasn't had some bangers in recent times, but that was peak Disney. Inside Out was phenomenal. Loved Inside Out. Never seen Dumbo. Interesting. It's fine. I'm not the biggest fan of Dumbo. It's fine to me. I get why it scared a lot of people. I mean, as kids, I love the circus idea. That's kind of fun. But yeah, it's just fine. At the end of the day, it's like it's fun to watch. I can't wait for the Villains Land they're doing. That's gonna be cool. Villains Land's gonna be dope. Aladdin. Well, honestly, the Disney villains at Universal Studios are much more fun to watch than even the heroes of Disney, like Peter Pan, Snow White, and all of them. Nobody ever talks about them. They only want to walk around and follow the Disney villains that are walking around Disney World and Disneyland because they're just so much more entertaining and so much more funny. Yeah, the people who play the villains are just so much more entertaining than just your kind of typical Disney princess, right? Like some of them come back with some fucking banger responses. You love animated stuff? You love the booze and induced pink elephants? Yeah, that's kind of one of the things that people think about that song, which is actually a pretty catchy song. I've listened to it recently. Many blessings. Kids got to eat. Be back soon. All right, Amy. Well, that's the thing. A lot of those movies, they're definitely products of the time. They're older. They take place in time periods that kind of stuff was just fine back then. So like it's a product. A lot of those ones are products of the time. What was it? The actress for the new Snow White movie, she became very controversial very fast when she started like trashing the original Snow White, which the original Snow White is a banger movie. I watched it recently. It's a banger movie. It's a phenomenal watch. Even now, it's like I watch it. I'm like, I feel like I can appreciate this so much. The Crows were originally going to be played by the Beatles, but I think they turned it down. Interesting. I did not know that. Talking about watch the shit from the 30s and 40s. I'm not keen on the way Disney is at the moment. No, I don't think there's a lot of people who are. There's a lot of people who have issues with the way Disney's being handled right now, and I can't blame them. They're missing the point. They're missing a lot of phenomenal opportunities. I think what they need to stop doing is stop making remakes. Stop making shot-per-shot remakes. That, to me, once you push that shit to the side and just stop doing it, I think actually Snow White, the recent Snow White blunder, actually has caused Disney to put a halt on some of their live-action remakes, which I'm glad, because Disney's really missing the mark. We don't want remakes. We want new stories being told. That's what we want. Peter Pan was a wild one. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep. I mean, to me, though, I appreciate and love a lot of the classics. I really do. So I know there are going to be people who just genuinely have issues with the original films, and that's fine, but I'm going to be lurking for a while. Yell if you need me. Brooklyn! What I want from Disney is them to stop making live-action remakes. I think, yeah, once they do that and start focusing on actual just new ideas, we're on a good path. But until then, I heard a rumor that they're actually going back to hand-drawn animation, which, if that's the case, fuck yeah. Let's go back to the hand-drawn stuff. Let's go back. Let's take it back a few steps. A member, by the way, guys, everybody give a round of applause for Francis Chainsaw Grimp in the chat right now. A fucking member for 53 months. A member to my channel for 53 months. That is insanity. He's like, there's only two people I'm pretty sure who have the rainbow ghost next to their name. You don't get that unless you've been a member for a long minute. So that is some dedication that you just I have no words. I have no words. And a lot of you guys are actually building up to get that rainbow ghost at some point. Maybe some of you will at some point. But I really appreciate it, Francis. That's insane. My favorite Cutter movie is the Venom series, period, about the comic book thing. Can't wait to see what they do with hand-drawn. Hopefully without AI, that is. Oh, I didn't even think about the AI. Hopefully not. Miss Deathswitch is confident she's going to get that rainbow ghost, too. I appreciate that. Thank you. The Avatar ride in the Animal Kingdom is good, but you need a fast pass for that ride. It's not worth the. I'm not kidding. 210 minutes, but I mean, yeah, I would never stand there for that long for a ride. No way. Great, happy 53-month anniversary. Thank you so much for your continued support, CARTS. That was so sweet of you, Candy. Thank you. The rest of the comic series, movies, and since Cindy refuses to reference any spruce matter, the comic books. Yep. The rainbow ghost at the end of the trail. So it will go from different colors the longer you're with us. So, like, some people have red, purple, pink, green. Cynthia has green. Andrew's just been, Francis has just been with us for a long time. I think I saw it up almost 300 minutes. 300 minute standby. No way. For like a 2 to 5 minute ride, tops. We just went to a local haunted attraction. And the wait line were well over an hour. I can only imagine what Disney is like. Disney must be next level. Next level at Disney. Yeah, if that's how long it took, oh, God. No thanks. Congrats, Francis. 53 months and many more. Look at that. You're using the emojis, which I want to get new ones, by the way, but we can't get new ones until we get more members. No, I wouldn't wait that long for anything. Nope. Not even a cheesecake. Not even a cheesecake. About a 2 minute and 30 second ride. A member for 24 months. Thank you so much for being a member for 24 months. That is fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. That's 2 years now, right? Yeah, that's 2 years. Holy shit. I just looked it up. It was 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Yep, the emojis. I'll be getting more, by the way. More that have to do with spooky stuff. Pretty sure we got, now that I think about the emojis, pretty sure we got like the Angel, the Devil Jordan, the Popcorn Eating Jordan, Retro Jordan is what I call him, Psycho Jordan, Excited Jordan, Sick Jordan, Love Jordan, Scared Jordan, and Zombie Jordan. What is the scariest ride you would ride? The scariest ride I would ride. I can tell you the scariest ride I have rode, and that would be the O'Brien. The Orion. Not the O'Brien. Orion. Over at Kings Island. The Orion was the scariest ride I've rode so far. Basically, it's just straight up, as straight as possible, going up, and then a straight drop down. You literally lift off your seat the second you go down that hill, and it is one of the biggest, I think, in the world. So, yeah, that one's pretty intense. Went to the last year, Kings Island Haunt. 2 years ago. No, it was last year. A member for 25 months. Thank you so much, Kayleen. I appreciate that. Longest wait for a ride. Oof. Longest wait I've had to do. Not horrible. Probably about 35 minutes. Probably about 35 minutes to wait. Not horrible, but still, standing there and waiting, yeah, it's pretty long. That was at Kings Island. In Canada, we have a small amusement park called Wonderland, and, well, the water park's more my thing than the rides. I get that. We don't really have a whole lot of water parks around here, I don't think. Yeah, nope, never, ever. I don't blame you, Oran. In short, all creepy Jordan, it'll JK, thanks, man. Maniac you've been a member for 19 months. Thank you so much, Sharon. You're awesome. Everybody, just applaud everybody in the chat who's been a member. Applaud, everybody. Applaud. Fucking insane dedication. I figured America would have water parks. They do. There's definitely water parks around. Kings Island might have one. I don't know how often it's open though. It's called Boomerang Bay, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I don't see it open a whole lot. At least every time I've been there, it's not open too much. Well, I'm glad you love the community, Francis. I really appreciate that, man. I'm glad that you really feel comfortable here and you're having a lot of fun here. You seem to have everything down there. You know, there's a good bunch down here for sure. We got the Dells. Happy 19th month. Member for 13 months. Might as well. Like, yeah, if you guys are members, just do that. Show off your membership. Show everybody how long you've been a member for. Might as well. Thank you, Miss Death Switch, for 13 months. Just made it over a year. Oh, you're fine. Don't worry about it, Rebecca. I saw in Japan a Naruto-themed roller coaster, and Ninetales supposed to be as fast. What makes me want to go to that go just to ride it? I mean, I would love to go to Japan. Congrats to all members. I don't know how to show it off. I don't either. I just kind of want to know how to do that. Let's see the poll really quick. 31 votes, and we got. I think it's pretty safe to say Universal just pretty much took that by with no problems at all. Universal Studios seems to be the most, and at least the people with this inside the stream, the one that. Congratulations, Miss Death Switch. Let's see. New York, California, and Texas are where a lot of my family live. Go to the $sign and bottom, and there is an option. Yes, there is an option. Oh, okay. Yeah. So go down to the dollar thing, and there should be an option to show it off. Walker Bait, 5 months. Hell yeah. 5 months. Scariest I've ever done was Mission Spaceman's mission at Epcot, right after eating breakfast, and then again after chugging a Sprite. How did that go? I voted Disney because I love Space Mountain and Haunted Mansion too much, but in reality, I'd rather vacation at home. Home is home, right? Home is home. But one day, guys, one day, Disney World will be a thing. I got to go at some point. I got to go to all of them at some point. We'll just see. We'll see where success brings me, right? Ireland has Emerald Land or Park DK, which one it used to take. Member for 20 months. Thank you so much, Maya Sotis. The new Haunted Mansion movie was really good. I have yet to watch it. I agree, Francis. Stay Cashins for the win. Not sure the exact time, but it was around the time Elton and Corey drama started that I have first heard of you. Well, I appreciate that. That's where one of the biggest reasons why my channel even blew up was because of that whole situation. Never would have thought it would have happened. I was just talking about something I was genuinely interested in, and because I was such a big fan of Corey Shear, and then yeah, the videos just did more well than I was ever expecting, and then people started subscribing to my channel like crazy. I literally went from like 25,000 to like 40,000 really. And ever since that moment, I have gained about 5,000 subs on top of that. So, yeah. Yep, Jamie Lee Curtis was in that new Haunted Mansion movie. That was a bit of a year ago. Do you have any suggestions for fun places to explore in America? Good go in the future. I'm not really the person to ask. I can give you like a couple of places that I've been to that are a lot of fun and really cool to look at. Yellowstone National Park was really cool. I remember going there, had fun. I would say there's really a lot you can do here. I'm not sure what you're really necessarily into. Like if you're into the paranormal, there are a bunch of locations out here. There are again theme parks that you can go to. Someone just said the Grand Canyon is awesome. I've been to Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore's kind of neat. Also found your channel from the Corey and Elton drama, but stayed for your vids. Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad you've been just enjoying the content overall. Outdoors, paranormal are my thing. Nice, nice. The Winchester House, yep, the Winchester House, Ohio State Reformatory. Sally House, the Stanley Hotel. Have you watched any Welcome to Derry episodes yet? It's so good. I have yet to watch it. I have yet to watch Welcome to Derry. I don't have Max at the moment. A theme park in Malaysia has the world's tallest water slide, is what I have heard. It went well because drinking a bubbly beverage right before going to a very heavy motion attraction is always a great idea. I think there's a national park, if I'm not mistaken. That's a national park, if I'm not mistaken. Brooklyn, are you about ready to play the Faz? Let me know. They have barf bags over there. No, when I went to the one ride, where actually we were waiting for like 35 minutes, there was actually throw up on the ground. We had to walk around it. It was pretty fucked up. Give you half an hour? Okay. I'll give you half an hour. Isn't there Harry Potter Land? Yep, it's at Universal Studios. It's the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Yep. Europe in general is a lovely place. I wonder how many people would come in here just saying what's wrong with me if I just stared at the camera like this the entire time. The cam froze. Some would say that might be nightmare fuel. We would send Brooklyn to get you. I went to Universal first with the band, and then again with my family and brother. Got a Hufflepuff robe. Oh, nice. We would get sent Brooklyn. Do you know of a magician family called the Amazing Blooms? They're friends of mine from your home state. I do not know who they are, to be honest. Coffee stat. I know it's wrong. I'm not there. We only gaming for a little bit, but yeah, she's only gaming for a little bit, so which is fine. It's one of the reasons why I'm going to probably end the live stream within the next like 10 minutes, so I'm ready to go. The Jaws ride creeps me out. I want to see the Bates Motel over at Universal Studios. I think that'd be a lot of fun to like see Norman Bates there. Yeah, kind of always wanted to go to Universal, but their waits are as awful as Disney. Are the waits probably? I mean, you got to keep in mind. Yeah, these places are packed most of the time. There's very rarely an opportunity you're going to get to go when there's not a lot of people around. Remember going to the Jaws ride at Universal Studios, sat right where the Jaws pops out. Probably peed myself. It makes sense. Got a poster and a free cup. You know, one sec. One sec. While we're actually here, let me go ahead and try something really quick. Uh, no worries. No worries. No worries. I thought that would have fixed it. Okay, now it's back on. The voice is back on. Yeah. Oh well, I was trying something. It's fine. Submarine ride. I went into it when I was a child. I freaked out and then the water animatronic. Yikes. It came back when I came back. Goodness. You're finding Nemo. It's Finding Nemo now. You got to crash out. You got to work in the AM. Understandable. I'm actually going to be hopping off here in a second, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get ready for some Phasmophobia tonight. But it was a lot of fun chatting with you guys again. I really do appreciate every single one of you making it in and actually having conversations with me. Really appreciate that. Be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Again, I will be doing more of these at some point in the future, so I hope to see you at my live streams. If not, it's all good, but I would love to see you here. So, until next time, do take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.